Welcome back for another book talk video. It's a Wednesday, but we're going to pretend that it's Tag Tuesday because I am not going to do a tag video on Thursday this week, darn it. Going to get it out of the way Tuesday and Wednesday. So today I am doing the pain over joy tag. I really like this tag. I think it's a great topic to think about. I was tagged by Alan. The tag was originally created by Jessica and based on a quote from Christina Lauren. That information is all down in the description, of course. It has 6 prompts and then it tells you to tag people. I'm going to do the open tag on this one because I feel like it's such an emotional, psychological, philosophical tag. I don't want to put pressure on people to do it if they don't want to talk about this. So if you want to talk about this, you are tagged. Open tag. Prompt number 1. Do you mostly read books with pain or books with joy? This is really a good question. The truth is, a lot of books have a lot of pain in them. And that could just be the nature of art, as art imitates life. People suffer, people feel pain. They want to express that emotion through their art, through their writing. So we get a lot of stories with a lot of pain in them. I like to look at it as, to me, a really good novel is an emotional roller coaster. It has different levels of emotion in it. But I went and looked at the playlist for my Fiction Friday, my general fiction list. And as I looked from book to book, I was like, oh yeah, I got a lot of sad books on here. Tragic events happen. People have to deal with them. People serve in the military. They have to deal with the effects of it. People deal with all kinds of real life issues, trying to deal with the effects of it. Racism and sexism and problems in our society. So at the end of the day, yes, I guess I do mostly read books with pain and not joy, but I don't set out to do that. I'm just seeking great literature, and great literature tends to be emotional in a painful sort of way. But it's a nice catharsis. It feels good to go through the emotional roller coaster and feel those emotions. I suppose if I just wanted to read books of joy, I would have to read comedy, humor books, either books by like stand-up comedians that are full of comedy and jokes, or memoirs of celebrities, famous people where they're trying to be funny about their life stories. But even those are gonna have some pain in. Prompt number 2, do you see books about pain as more intellectually valuable? Alright, now I will admit that I don't set out to see them that way, but I think we are perhaps brainwashed in our society to believe that sort of way, because those kind of stories win prizes. Those kind of stories survive over time and end up being highly acclaimed. So I don't want to say that they're more intellectually valuable, but I feel like I have been programmed to believe that way. At the end of the day, though, every book is valuable. You read or watch a comedy, it's just as valuable, experiencing the emotions and understanding people's stories. Question number 3, why do you think book prizes like the Booker and the Pulitzer mainly award books about pain? That goes back to what I was just saying, that emotional roller coaster in there. Because books that are about joy tend not to have as much of the pain. Though they can go up and down and ultimately end with more of a happy note and have more laughing than how the sad books tend to. Number 4, do you use and agree with the phrase guilty pleasure? I have used that phrase before, but I don't think about it that much. Number 5, do you think books centering on joy are guilty pleasures? I'm gonna say no. I have never felt like I needed to hide the fact that I was reading a comedy or something to that effect. So I don't think anyone should be embarrassed about enjoying their joy story. Number 6, do you read in secret because of any reason? Embarrassment, shame, guilt, blah blah blah, about liking them? No, I do not. I don't feel like I should read in secret. I use Goodreads and I publicly put what books I'm currently reading. I put when I finish books. I rate my books, review them. All that information is out there. Unless, I'm just really busy and fall behind. Sometimes I might be a week or 2 behind, but I'll update it best I can. I'm not hiding anything with the reading. I understand, though, that some people don't do that. They don't want to put all their reading on Goodreads. And I used to be very frustrated about that because I'm excited about a website that will allow me to compare what books I've read with what books you've read. I think it's so neat that we can friend each other on Goodreads, click a button, and it'll show a list of the books we have in common. It does a little Venn diagram, all of that, and shows what you rated it and what I rated it. It's really neat. But if you've got a bunch of books that you're not putting on there, then it doesn't work. It just doesn't work out though. So I would hope that more and more that people are willing to share what they're reading and express that. I think that the more that people are being a role model for reading, the more that they will encourage the other people in their lives to read. Family members, children, what have you. Sometimes people just need to see other people read and hear them talk about books for them to get excited about books and to want to read them. And that can spread joy, and that can also allow people to feel that catharsis as they read those books with pain in them. This is a wonderful topic. I remember so many times over the years thinking about the emotions involved in a book. I love to laugh, but I also love to have characters who are really challenged and to see those characters go through things, but then they endure. And that's kind of the trick to this tag. Yes, I admit that a lot of those books have pain in them, but in the end, those characters, at least some of them, triumph. They survive, they endure, they overcome. And so the pain is just a part of the story. It's not the whole story. Alright, I hope all of that makes sense. Hope you enjoyed the tag video. We're going to be getting back to more book reviews. It's going to be so exciting the rest of the week. Every day is a great day for a book talk. Peace.